is, make it rain. But all these men and fathers running to the strip clubs, throwing all their money up on some hoochie, shaking her butt in the club. Pampers money, car payment money, mortgages, money for your kids, money for your wife, money for your children, money for food. But while some stripper up there shaking her butt, they making it rain.
Amen, that's right.
Make it rain. Don't make no sense. How they go? And the more they throw up, the more the strippers collect. And the more they just shake their behind, making it rain. Anybody with me?
Amen.
You got to get this. This is a mentality of the people. So bewitched by sexuality, by lasciviousness, so caught up. And that's the way King David was caught up. When he stayed behind mama in battle, he supposedly out there doing God's will, but he on the rooftop and see this pretty little thing out there washing naked. David's whole mentality was, make it rain. Huh? His whole mentality was, make it rain. It's like the mayor of Chicago, Kwame Malik Kilpatrick. They compared Mayor Kwame to Barack Obama. They said the mayor had so much charisma. He began to prophesy that he would be the mayor of Chicago. And that was impossible for him to win. But he got this elite group of businessmen to support him. We're talking about the most affluent black businessmen in the world. They stand behind him. Even Michael Jackson was standing behind him. And all of these prominent leaders, and he came to them with a prophecy that he said came from God, and said that in a dream he saw that he would be the king at 30 years old. But now, in one of the exclusive estates for the mayor, that only for, things for business affairs and business agenda, he's over there throwing a stripper party. Is anybody with me?
Amen.
In this elite estate, making it rain. Huh? Come on, somebody.
Amen.
He over there, Mayor Kwame, who's supposed to come in there and be like a savior, like Joseph Yaphanapanaia, come in and help rescue Chicago, who was drowning in debt, who was morally bankrupt and financially bankrupt. The city was going under. They was looking to this young man to help solve the problem, and he over there making it rain in this exclusive facility, this outlet decorum facility that was used for the affairs for the city, but not for corruption. And he's over there and strippers are dancing, and his wife busts up in there, First Lady. Y'all don't hear me?
Amen.
And catch the woman giving him a lap dance while they're making it rain. Y'all don't hear me? And it become a scandal. Him being the mayor, the fixer, what his name was, the fixer, he tried to cover all this stuff up. And even when it began to leak out, he even fired 2 police who eventually came back and sued the mayor, y'all hear me, for $8 million.
Amen.
Because they were right and he was wrong. See, people love to cover up their corruption.
Amen.
See, make it rain can get you in a whole lot of trouble.
Yeah.
You know, Make It Rain was getting ready to cost the mayor, glory to God, his throne. Y'all don't hear me. All behind him out there making it rain in some exclusive building that's designed for dinners and estates and all this prestigious thing and political things that they do, and not out there making it rain. See, that mentality poisons so many men, poisons so many fathers, poisons so many folks, and scriptures. You want to throw the scriptures under the bus, and you want to blame the scripture, but if the men are not out there throwing the money up, the scriptures wouldn't be out there dancing. Is anybody with me up here? Somebody give God praise. You can't get no scriptures in the clubs if the man ain't out there throwing the money up. Well, I look at this story where King David was in a situation similar. Where David's supposed to be off to battle, but he's on the rooftop looking at this beautiful, pretty little thing, washing up. She had no business, first of all, out on the rooftop, naked, washing up outside. Anybody with me? Having heat flashes and, little flashes. Some women call it heat flashes, and, because her husband was not attending to her. Her husband had got to the point that he was not being intimate with her because he was concerned about the things of God. And sometimes men would try to exploit that avenue. Y'all hear me? Amen. And when David saw her out there, he said, oh man, this is, make it rain. Y'all hear me? Amen. And so he said, hey, you need to call her up in here. I need her up in the palace. I need her to dance up in here. But they said, David, wait a minute. That's somebody else's wife. That's Uriah, the Hittite wife. You don't need to mess up. David said, no, but I want her. Y'all hear me? I need her to make it rain. It's a mentality. And David called her in there, Bathsheba, knowing she was married, knowing it was adultery, knowing he would violate God's holy word, and still engage into an illicit affair with her. And that's the same kind of things that Kwame Kilpatrick was doing. The mayor, they looked at him like some big Chicago mob boss, because he would enter into all kinds of contracts with elite businessmen, and the businessman was complicit in being with him, and while they're making billions, he making millions. And everybody hiding money. And they said that the mayor was kind of stuck on stupid, y'all hear me, because once the scandal broke, he had put everything on text messages. And you know that in the time of technology, in the time we live in, you can't hide no scandal on text messages. And the text messages got him busted. And it's funny that all these other Ivy League businessmen who was complicit and dirty and making billions, they didn't go down, but he went down. I with me. And they busted the mayor. Initially, they only gave the mayor, about glory to God, about 90 days in jail. But he kept being stuck on stupid because he owed $1 million back, First Lady. And in the midst of him owing this $1 million back, the mayor began to lie and say he didn't have no money, which made them investigate him further. Then they put a sister on him, and she gonna hound that brother because she's like, oh, wait a minute now. This brother here, look at what you done done. You just gonna send us back. And I know it almost seemed like a black on black thing, but no, she was doing her job. Because the Bible says your own wickedness will correct you. Your own wickedness will correct you. I want you to understand that the mayor, when he set up his campaign, and when he set up his office, he brought all his family members in. He put everybody on a big salary. He gave everybody the top positions. See, people love you when you got money and you're given the big positions and things. Then Just like David trying to cover up his illicit affair, you know, he took one woman, glory to God, and who named, glory to God, Christine. He made her serve as the chief staff. But really, it was the woman that he was having an affair with. Anybody with me? And that same affair, glory to God, started leaking over into the public eyes. And he kept her under his wing from 2002 to 2008. And it began to leak out text messages. Again. And so the mayor eventually had to step down because the mayor would do stuff and he had so much charisma and people were still backing him and loving him and loving him. Boy, he was like Barack when Barack started running. Matter of fact, they said he had more juice than Barack did. But you know, all this stuff was catching up with the mayor. So the next time the judge brought him in, the judge gave him more time. Found out that he lied, and he got all these $1 million homes, and he ride around in all these nice cars, had folks following him. You never know when people following you when you say you broke and you ain't got no money.
Right.
And they ended up, you know, giving him more time for lying because he should have just went on and paid that $1 million back and got out the way. Matter of fact, a group of businessmen gave him $1 million for him to resign from there and sit down so that their name would not be scandalized, because the Bible says what you do in the dark will be revealed to the light. And a good name is better to be treasured than rubies and gold. They didn't want their name to be drugged through the mud like him, because the man then began to snitch on all these big time billionaires, which could have had him knocked off and killed. Then they kept hounding him because he kept being stuck on stupid. And I'm here this morning to ask you, are you stuck on stupid?
Well,
See, when a man go out to the strip club, he gonna throw his pamper money away. He gonna throw his rent money away. He gonna throw his mortgage money away. He gonna throw his car payment away. He gonna throw everything he got away. You definitely stuck on stupid. Anybody with me?
amen.
So now, First Lady, the well keeps spinning to get deep. Now they go out to his dad, and his dad had an immaculate reputation. His mom had an immaculate reputation. He began to pull family members down, business people down, and a lot of the folks he's tied to began to go to jail. They began to arrest about 31 folks in that little net. He eventually, this Ivy League guy, come from prominence, born with a gold spoon in his mouth, ended up getting 28 years. Yeah. But it is said that a lot of times when politicians do this, they almost turn into a black thing. And they say, none of the other politicians never got this kind of time. His attorney said, he had a white attorney, his attorney said, none of the other politicians never got this type of time. But they made an example out of him. And it's good in a sense, and you know why, church? Because Chicago is broken. Chicago is hurting. Chicago needs deliverance. People died and grown. It's like Iraq over there in Chicago.
Amen.
And they needed somebody to come in there and help heal and raise that city up, not lay it waste. I will.
Amen.
See, when God called David, he didn't call David to be set up as king and to be out there committing adultery and glory to God and sowing his wild oats and thinking about his flesh. Y'all hear me?
Amen.
But God called David and set up his kingship for him to do his will. Are you with me?
Amen.
That's why I say in the evening tide in 2 Samuel chapter 11, it said in the evening tide that David arose from off his bed and walked up on the roof of the king's house, and from the roof he saw a woman washing herself. And the woman was very beautiful to look upon. And David sent and inquired after the woman. And one said, is not this Bathsheba the daughter of Elam, the wife of Uriah the Hittite? And David sent messengers and took her. He didn't care. David's whole mentality, church, was make it rain.
Amen.
Look how many politicians are toe tapping in the stalls and being caught with strippers and hookers and glory to God, some caught on the DL with other men. Y'all don't hear me. you know, God hates scandals. Anybody with me?
Amen.
You know, but folks love scandal. That's why we got a TV series called Scandals, and it's got one of some of the highest ratings because folks love scandals. But God hates scandals. And David was caught up, church. And he said, and David sent messages and took her. Bring her in. I don't care if she's another man's wife. I don't care. See, he wanted to feed his sweet tooth.
Right.
Glory to God. And she came in, and she came in and to him, and he laid with her, for she was purified from her uncleanness, and she returned unto her house. Now watch this. The Bible says the woman conceived and sent and told David and said, I am with child. Yeah. Now, the more dirt you do, the more dirt you got to cover up. Anybody with me? More dirt you do, the more dirt you got to cover up. Actually, in the street, thugs and gangsters feel justified when you out there doing dirt. That's what a lot of people don't realize. They say you do dirt, you get dirt. You out there selling drugs, you think you being bad. When they come shoot you in your head, they feel like, oh, you deserve it. You in the game. You know? Ain't like you out here, glory to God, toting Bibles like a Mormon. Or toting Bible like a real Christian and out here doing something positive and working a job and providing for your family and going to church on Sunday. The street law, if you do dirt, you get dirt. David was doing dirt. He was putting in dirt. He was putting in works. He was putting in dirt.
Amen.
And for God, if you're going to do dirt, you're going to get dirt. Anybody with me?
Amen.
So the woman got pregnant. David's whole mission then was, how can I cover this up? Amen?
Amen.
How can I cover it up? It's like the mayor, Kwame Kilpatrick, how he tried to cover up his affair. He brought his mistress in. He brought her into his office. He set her up in one of the highest positions, committing adultery every day. Somebody with me. Every day. And he got a wife. His wife, Khalida Kilpatrick, his spouse, his wife. She broke it. And she's a strong woman. You know, it takes a strong woman with a man out there being a worm to stand beside him when he get caught up in all this scandal. And she stood right there beside him. And he sit there and he talked with so much grace when he was finally resigning from being the mayor and said, you know, this is just a setup for a comeback. But how many of y'all know that if God ain't with you, you ain't coming back?
Amen. That's right.
That's why he got 28 years. See, God was with David. That's why I'm lining these two stories together, because David had a setback and David did have a comeback. Are you with me? But let me tell you the reason why he had a comeback, church. It's because David got his heart right with the Lord.
Amen.
Anybody with me? So you got to get your heart right with the Lord. The difference, the dichotomy, the distinction between the mayor, Kwame, and David is that Kwame kept doing dirt. He kept putting in dirt. If you do dirt, you what, church?
You get dirt.
You get dirt. But with David, once he don't run out there and committed adultery, got the woman pregnant, God had decided that he would kill the baby. David whined and cried like a baby for God not to pass that death sentence on his child. David was rebuked. It was prophesied to David that glory to God, that his son would lay with his concubines in the open sight of Israel. All of his punishment, the prophet Nathan came in and let him know what God was going to do. But yet still God had favor on David because David repented. What did he do, church?
He repented.
He repented of his sins. Now, there's still consequences, and that's the thing that we don't like to deal with. We sin, and we expect to be exempt, and glory to God, and no consequences. But there is a consequences for your sin. David still had to pay the consequences. David still suffered. The prophecy said that the blood would never leave your house, so he suffered. He lost one son after another. Y'all remember me?
Amen.
I deal with people all the time where, glory to God, their parents might be in the church and all the kids running them up. Come on, somebody. Well, you ain't the only one in this. David suffered. David lost about all his children. Glory to God. I'm here to tell you that one of David's sons, Abner, raped Tamar, David's daughter. And when David supposedly killed him, and he didn't, and he tried to cover that son, the other one raised up in anger, and he took his brother out. So Absalom killed Abner. So now you got a brother killing another brother, justifying him raping his sister. Anybody with me? If that's not enough, when David is on his sick bed, he got another son trying to steal his kingdom out from up under him. God said the blood would never leave his house. Is anybody with me? So while now David laying on his sick bed dying, and he want to bless and put the kingdom into the hand of Solomon, Adonijah is trying to steal his father and brother's kingdom, raising up rebellion against David. While David is weak and old and seems impotent and can't do anything, he got a son trying to steal all that he worked for. But somebody say, but God.
But God.
But God had a plan, and ended up that son getting killed at the altar. Y'all remember me?
Amen.
Where Solomon gave him chance after chance, but eventually, glory to God, had to allow them to take his life and killed him at the altar.
Amen.
So the blood mama never left his house. Anybody with me? Mayor Kirkpatrick, doing 28 years. He come from such prominence. We talking about a father, House of Representatives, been in there long term, because you get some of them positions for, you get there 30 and 40 years. Prominent family. Glory to God. Mother, prominent. Son, gold spoon in his mouth. But now this prodigal child is doing 28 years. They done made a public example out of it. You know. And God got justice with David. Because God said, I have mercy on who I choose to have mercy on.
Amen. That's right.
God could have killed David, but God had mercy on David. He allowed David to suffer for his sins.
Amen.
Anybody with me?
Amen.
Because it was cold-blooded what David did. It was cold-blooded knowing how faithful Uriah was. How David, see, men will go to extreme measures to try to knock you off to get to your woman.
Amen.
Anybody with me?
Amen.
So David took the woman's husband, called him in, trying to get him drunk, just so when Uriah would go home and sleep with his wife, it would be a cover-up. You know, that's why we got all this court TV now. And folks going for the DNA tests. Somebody hear me?
Amen.
He wanted Uriah to get drunk, go home, be with Bathsheba, so that when the baby come out, he can say that the baby was, glory to God, was Uriah the Hittite and not David. Amen?
Amen.
But the cover-up didn't work because the man was so faithful. Y'all hear me?
Amen.
He slept at the door of the king's house, would not go home. They said, I wouldn't go home, I won't go home. Not while all these soldiers lay out there. Who am I to go home into luxury and the comfort and all of this, glory to God, opulent decorum and enjoy myself while Israel army, while the ark of the Lord is out there. This man has such a mindset on the things of God that God himself, when he came to David, said, David, why did you do this to my servant Uriah the Hittite? Why did you do this? God called his servant by name. That means